have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
PUBG clones are running rampant, and no other company has thrived more in the game of ripoffs than NetEase. When Rules of Survival was dropped, we all knew it was a PUBG clone. The release of Knives Out wasn't any different. They even tackled Fortnite by building their own Fort clone. It was only a matter of time before PUBG Corp slammed the gavel. So here we are, in an age of ripoff clones, where companies battle for their intellectual properties in order to be the last game standing. So PUBG is suing NetEase for copyright infringement, and I'll give you the dirty deets about the suit, as well as give my thoughts about the whole debacle. So let the battle begin. According to multiple sources, PUBG Corp is suing NetEase for copyright infringement, trade dress infringement, and unfair business competition. So what does this actually mean? Essentially, they claim that NetEase copied PUBG's gameplay with the intention of launching a clone in order to confuse consumers. First of all, I don't think anybody was confused this game was actually PUBG. They even claim that said games had marketing that refers to itself as PUBG on mobile and Best Mobile PUBG. I haven't seen any of this marketing, so I can't confirm. If that is true, then that's pretty ballsy. They also cite infringements on the use of chicken dinner in marketing, as well as similarities to buildings, landscapes, clothing, vehicles, pre-play area, and get this, the shrinking map gameplay mechanic. I'll dig into my thoughts about this later. PUBG is also citing multiple YouTube videos of people playing the game and mistakenly labeling said videos as PUBG, thus misleading viewers. PUBG Corp is asking the court to have NetEase remove both Rules of Survival and Knives Out from the Play Store, as well as $150,000 per game. That's a whopping $300,000. That's a lot of cup noodles. Okay, now that the boring corporate schmuck info is out, let's talk about my thoughts and why I think this lawsuit is a total schmuckery. Don't get me wrong, I am all for a company protecting their assets, but something about these claims rubs my chicken the wrong way. First off, of course NetEase launched the game to bring in the PUBG population. That part is not arguable. But was their intent to confuse the consumers? That part is not necessarily provable. Whether or not a person is confused if the game is PUBG is really a matter of the individual person. Are you so easily misguided to think it was official PUBG? If the answer is yes, then you're probably under the age of 12 and yell through a mic about other people's moms. I don't see this holding up in court unless NetEase flat out confesses to it. Next, as far as marketing, if NetEase does or did have marketing referring to the game as PUBG, then yes, they are trying to confuse people. I did a Google search and I could not find such marketing. I did find marketing with chickens, but it's not like PUBG owns the right to chickens or even the term chicken dinner. The saying winter chicken dinner has been around since I was a little baby boy eating my first chicken cup noodles. I'm talking prehistoric. So what about the claim that they cloned assets such as gameplay elements? Unless NetEase stole game code or copied the exact assets, I don't see a case here either. Yes, there are military weapons, ragged clothes, and lush maps with structures, but so does every military type shooting game. So what about the parachutes and the shrinking map? Yes, these are the elements made popular by PUBG, but again, they don't own these assets. That's like saying no one can make a platformer because other developers made them first, or Battlefield can't make games because Call of Duty came first, or vice versa. It's an argument that goes against the very foundation of gaming. I understand NetEase is cutting it absurdly close, but that does not mean what they did was wrong. Now for the most crazy of all the claims, the one that makes me worry for the development of humankind, the idea that NetEase has anything to do with what YouTubers call their videos. It is not their fault if a YouTuber titles their video PUBG Mobile while playing Knives Out. Yes, that's a questionable tactic on the YouTuber's part, but this aspect is out of NetEase's hands. Unless NetEase contacted YouTubers and told them to label videos in such a way. Sorry PUBG, that's a long shot. Better find a better scope. By now you've probably figured out how I feel about this lawsuit, yet I still have something to say. Is NetEase a shady company that thrives on other games by ripping off their popularity? You're damn right they are. They are the king of rip-off copy clones. However, that doesn't mean they are completely guilty here. Shady? Maybe. Copyright infringing? Absolutely not. It is not illegal to rip off. There is a complete difference between the two. They didn't steal assets or even downright duplicate them. Graphically, the games look different. Rules of Survival is a clone, but PUBG just plays better. Now, if they are guilty of false advertising, then shame on them. As for gameplay mechanics, unless PUBG files a patent for these elements, then they are up for grabs. Heck, I can make a platformer with a jumping cup noodle, and as long as the assets are different, Nintendo can't sue me. Nissan, the makers of cup noodles, might have an issue. In my utmost non-important opinion, this makes PUBG look like a whiny brat. I get it, you are trying to distance yourself, make money on a product you put effort into. You don't want others reaping the rewards for your effort. I wouldn't want somebody to copy my video making format, my style, but if that person does create content similar to mine, doesn't use my gameplay footage, and writes their own scripts, while I would be upset, there isn't any legal action I can take, since they created their own content. So NetEase, as much of a clone as they are, doesn't deserve to get their games taken down, nor to pay PUBG any money. In the end, it's up to the court. Let's just hope that the judge isn't as easily confused as a tween using their parents' credit card to purchase a $99 loot box. On a side note, there are multiple lawsuits in which NetEase sues companies for infringements, as well as Tencent suits against Mobile Legends. It seems that these companies rip off each other often, and scrounge up suits like I do quarters for cup noodles. So what do you folks think about this recent info? Is NetEase in the wrong? Does PUBG have a case? Leave a comment below, and let's start a discussion about the state of mobile games being brought to court. As always, thanks for watching Tiny Little Games. Please subscribe to support my channel, like for more random videos, and ring that notification bell for video updates. It's time for me to play Rules of Battlegrounds, or is it PlayerUnknown Survival?